Friends, hello. We are back at it here talking about Trump Media, DJT. It is a big week. Thank God the stock is reacting pretty much like I called it for the past 2 weeks. It's doing exactly what I thought it would do. It is doing it. So, everyone that has left me comments last week that were not so nice, you owe me an apology. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about comments. I'm gonna be a grown up, and we're gonna focus on the stock. Here we go. Let's talk about what's going on. But anyway, I do thank all of you for being here, listening to me yap. So we are back up in past the mid-30s here, touching today at a $37 mark. No big surprise there. I mean, listen, I don't have a magic lamp here. I mean, this thing is following suit. This is what it's doing. I think it's pretty easy to follow the patterns. If you've been in the market for any time, you'll start to notice that stocks that pick up trends keep trends going, and this trend is going to be going probably till November here. So, try to do a lot of bullet point talking here, so I don't go off into a tangent. Here's where I'm at with what's going on right now. So, and let me say this too. Obviously, I'm not a professional Wall Street day trader, stock guy, whatever you want to call it, swing trader guy. I'm just a guy who likes to follow trends. I've done well in the market myself, and I think it's pretty obvious what's going on here with this stock. And this week potentially is going to make people once again a lot of money with this stock. And I think it's a very interesting scenario, and I'm quite obsessed with it, honestly. So what's going on here? Thursday will be the debate. I think there's 3 different scenarios that could possibly take place here, and I'm going to tell you which one I personally think is going to happen here with the next 48 hours here with this stock, essentially the next 3 days, but these next 2 days are really going to be a telltale sign. So saying that, today is Tuesday, we're already back up into this high 30 mark. Tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm quite curious. More than likely, the way it's going right now, we will be back up in the mid-40s. Probably the way we're looking right now. High volume today, big push, stock ending big numbers. So that's Wednesday, tomorrow. Thursday is the debate. It will be that night. So first scenario that I think could happen here with this stock. This is what I'm thinking. I think it somewhat could potentially act like a quarterly situation where a company we're gonna release our quarterly on Thursday after market close. And usually what happens with that, companies have a big push because people are curious that the stock could show massive numbers. Now, I think the stock may move something like that. Obviously, I'm not saying they're going to come out with a quarterly. They're not doing anything like that. But I'm thinking it may react to something like that. That's possible. That Thursday may be a pretty big push. Will it be the push to $60? I don't know. I don't know if there's enough information at that point to push it that far. Friday is the day that I'm really thinking something potentially big could happen here. That is the day that personally I'm thinking we may see our big numbers. 60 is possible, I think, on Friday. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying it's possible. It's very possible. When we saw 60 last time was back in March when the stock went from Digital World acquisition and the merge was finalized, and the stock became Trump Media. So we actually almost hit 70 that day for just a small moment. So that is Friday. And why do I think that? So, the information clues to that, and this is a lot of investing right here. And this isn't so much investing. This is taking opportunity in the market. And that's what this is right now. This is opportunity with this meme stock, FOMO, whatever you want to call it. Day traders, they know what's going on here. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to us, everyone together to make a buck here. Thursday night, there will be the debate. I don't want to get too politicky here, and I'm trying to be biased and take sides. But I will say this just on a neutral playing field. I don't see a scenario where Trump really blows this. Even if he says something rude, crude, I just don't think it's going to be like, can you believe what he said? I think the general media people are way past that with him. We expect that. We know that. That's the majority why people like him. He would have to say something so crazy to where it brought his numbers down. I think personally Thursday is going to be almost somewhat of a situation where Trump could solidify where he is at with this campaign and be, another big nail on the casket of where the Biden administration is going. And I say that just on numbers with polls. They're out there. I'm not talking about polls right now or nothing. I'm just saying that. I'm saying that because being someone who is in the market and is investing, you as an investor have to be somewhat of a detective. This is what you do when you invest in companies. You look up their quarterlies, what the debt ratio, what they're making, what they're projected into the 5-10 year range. And this is what you should be doing with this situation right now. So saying that, I don't see Biden like walking away from this as the champion. I just don't. I think this is going to be a situation where it's like he tried, it didn't go well, and obviously it's going to be heavily catered to Biden. Obviously he is the standing president, so they're not going to try to make him look foolish just for the sake of our president of the United States. But I think it's going to be pretty hard for Biden to have clear, fast-cut answers against Trump. So saying that this will make Trump look very good going into Friday. So this could be a big push to where you have all the Trump supporters pushing and buying Trump media. So that's the first round. Then you have all the day traders coming in and they see blood in the water and it's a feeding frenzy. And then we have more volume built on top of that. And then you just have your average guys that are like, hey, I see something going on here. Probably the majority of us right now. And and you're buying in, you bought in Monday, you bought in Friday, you bought in Monday, you bought in Tuesday, maybe tomorrow. Who knows what this is going to be. And then you're like, well, this thing's $55. It's $60. I'm going to sell. Maybe you've been bag holding. You say, well, this is the moment I'm going to sell. And that might be the best situation right now because this is just going to be a repeated process where we're going to have big moments like this with the stock. It's going to hit a big number. It's going to sell off. Then it's going to walk right back up into some big news thing, something, and then boom, selling. This is going to be what it's going to be until November. If you don't see it now, I don't know what to tell you. And this is why, like, when people dog me out about the stock going down, it's like, what are you talking? Do people not know how to look at charts here? Look at what's going on. It's pretty clear cut. I don't even think we've seen the big numbers yet with this stock. Imagine, just something I'm thinking about right now, imagine that Trump just blows it out of the water Thursday. Imagine in a world, and this isn't me talking about politics, it's just me trying to really hype this up as someone who wants the stock to go freaking nuts. Imagine a situation where, Friday morning, even CNN's like, he did really good. And then you have a majority of the nation going, it doesn't look good. It looks like he's going to win. You're going to have people really be pushing into the stock long term too, because they might be going $36, $40, $45 may be really cheap right now because it may not go back down after this. And still, Trump has, wild cards still up his sleeve. He still has wild cards. Biden doesn't. Biden's used up all of his ammo. He has nothing left. All they have at this point is they need to finish the job. That's their whole motto. Trump still has not named a VP publicly. He's named one, he says, but we still don't know who it is. He could still come out with something. He's still talking about the tax situation. He still could release something else. We don't know. He can do anything at the last moment. So there's still plays that Trump has to push Trump media stock here to where it would boost it. That's just a scenario you should really think about here. Another play. So I guess what I'm saying is don't be afraid to take earnings this week. There's nothing wrong with like this. Understand what this is right now. This isn't like hold for long, because the survival of this stock right now strictly 100% depends on Trump winning the presidency again. If Trump doesn't win, Trump media will be broke up, sold here within the next probably 2 to 3 years, and that's going to piss off people. I get it, but I guarantee you the survival right now of this stock depends on Trump being the new president again. And if he does, that's a whole nother conversation for this company. Right now, this is strictly take your money, get out of Dodge, come back, rob it again, get back in. It's just, that's what's going on right now. So just know that. And the third scenario with this is the one that I find very unlikely, is where the stock just kind of it doesn't really do much. It stays around this $36-$40 range, and we don't do much. That is a possibility, of course, but I don't know that I see that really happening. I really don't. I think the stock has really showed its cards already, to where Friday of last week, going all the way through the whole week, massive sell-off. Yesterday, Monday, we had massive buyback in. Today we have more buyback in. People are holding right now, and then most likely tomorrow we will be back in this mid $40 range. That's what it looks like is happening right now. So friends, I'm going to stop yapping here. I wish everyone the best of luck. I really do mean that. I think this is going to be a big week for a lot of people if you play this right. Like I said, don't get too attached to this right now. There's going to be a lot more plays with this stock. A lot more plays. This is a situation, this is a market right now where you can invest for the long run, but it's also a situation where you got to take money where there's money, and this is that situation right now. So friends, with that said, I will talk to you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.